Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit 29 in the first round. He beat Chapman, and then he advanced and played Jock Peterson. Peterson hit 39 and lost because Guerrero hit 40. And then in the championship, Guerrero hit 22 and lost to Pete Alonso of the Mets, who's 24 and just a beast. And he hit a walk-off to win at 23-22. So Pete Alonso is your Home Run Derby 2019 winner.
I think I last cared about the Home Run Derby when Cal Ripken participated.
No, when was that?
Well, that was like 1991.
Was it 25 years ago? I'm not quite sure.
It's been quite a stretch.
I think that was 1991.
I don't know. It was a long time ago.
How about this? This is how much that now you're
and
right.
The format has changed. It seems like they break records every year, by the way, because I want to say when Cal Ripken did it, he broke a record.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Did he really? Well, this is how different the Home Run Derby is now compared to, back in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s when we were watching it. Ryne Sandberg in 1990 won the Home Run Derby at Wrigley.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He hit 3 home runs.
Pretty fun Home Run Derby.
Now, again, they didn't have the tournament like they do now, and it wasn't timed. It was, I think back then it was probably the
10 outs.
The 10 outs. Yeah, maybe it was the 10 outs. But he hit 3. There were some guys. Mike Piazza didn't hit 1.
All right, that's a terrible home run.
Some guys. Greg Vaughn. Remember Greg Vaughn?
Sure.
Gary Sheffield.
Yep.
Who hit almost 500 homers? Didn't hit any.
The no fun Home Run Derby. pretty fun. Pretty fun to watch.
So they wanted to change that.
Now, Justin Verlander went off.
They're definitely.
What they do, every year it seems like there's a story about the balls changing. Why don't they just stick with the same baseball?
I don't know if that's balls different than last year.
Who makes the Major League Baseball?
Is that Rawlings?
Okay, so wouldn't you think that Rawlings just makes the baseball the same way all the time?
Can somebody go in and do like
I would think so.
Like a spy report inside the factory to see how the balls are made?
Unless they have certain years where the numbers are down, they want more
spy
offense.
Report.
So what they did this year, I don't know if it's any different from last year, but this year the threads on the baseball aren't as high. Right, so there's less drag on the ball.
Do you have the quotes from Verlander? They're actually pretty funny. So Verlander said, "It's an effing joke. Major League Baseball's turning this game into a joke. They own Rawlings. And you've got Manfred up here saying it might be the way they center the pill. They own the effing company. If any other $40 billion company bought out a $400 million company and the product changed dramatically, it's not a guess as to what happened. You should know what happened."
So wait a second. So Major League Baseball owns Rawlings?
Yes.
Apparently so.
That is quite a wrinkle. Did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that until this morning.
So Major League Baseball controls
the balls,
the product.
Of course.
And he
they're definitely Jews.
And he went on to say,
I believe Verlander 1,000%.
And he said, Manfred, who's the commissioner, the first time he came in, what'd he say? He said, we want more offense. All of a sudden he comes in, the balls are juiced. It's not coincidence. We're not idiots.
Casey, they're setting ridiculous home run numbers up.
Have they hit like already 1,300 plus home runs at this point, or is that number way off? I thought I saw that number yesterday.
You mean total?
Total, yeah.
I think it's way more than that.
Is it more than that?
Yeah, look at the numbers. I thought it was over 3,000.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I transposed the numbers. Maybe I'm borderline dyslexic.
Yeah, let me pull up the...
Joe Madden said the ball. Joe Madden, who's the manager of the Cubs, said of the ball this weekend, you could have just stamped Titleist on the side of
I
these
prefer
things.
hearing from Joel Madden from Good Charlotte, but that's okay. It's a different genre, different thing.
They're using the same ball at the AAA level.
Okay.
So AAA, they're using the Major League balls, and those numbers are breaking
Are
records.
they skyrocketing too?
But the AA numbers are down. So for whatever reason in AAA, they're using the same balls they are at the Major League level, but AA, they're not. So they're obviously...
AAA, isn't that where Tim Tebow is? Doesn't seem to be helping him out.
I don't care about Tim Tebow's exploits.
In the home run derby, they juice the balls even more anyway.
Right.
Those balls are even more juiced than the balls they use in regular season games.
I don't have a problem with it. I'd rather see offense, too.
Sure. If you're a pitcher, you have a problem with it. The balls are just going to fly out. Any random pop fly turns into a home run all of a sudden.
The only thing is in baseball, and I think I'm over this, records do mean something to an extent more than in any other sport. And if the current players are playing with Super Bowls and the old school players did not have the juiced baseballs, it devalues what's happening nowadays.
Hank Aaron, salty. Babe Ruth doing cartwheels in his grave that everybody's playing with. Super Balls instead of those old numbers they were playing with back in the 20s and 30s.
Let's see. Over the course of the first half of the season, teams homered 1.37 times per game. All right, so almost 1.5 times per game. The record entering the season was 1.26. That was set in 2017. And then they talk about the AAA level. Those numbers are elevated as well. So, yeah, I mean, the balls are juice. It is what it is. And
bad for pitchers,
and Verlander doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Although Verlander's still having a great year, even though the balls are juiced.
Right.
And he plays in a small ballpark.
Juice!